Hi everybody, I have a book called Ruby's Bird. This book is taking place in Central Park actually, which is in New York City. And it looks like it's modern, right? Because Ruby has on modern clothes. Look at all the birds in that picture. This book was written by Maya Thompson and illustrated by Claudia Danvilla. If we open it all the way up, you can really see New York. So let's Ruby Birds. School's out, Mom and Dad are at work, my brother Malik is at soccer practice, Grandma's at her spot near the kitchen window, Alex keeps her company. Things are too quiet around here. I know what to do. Who's keeping Grandma company? She said Alex was. Do you see anybody there? Look, there's a cockatiel. There's Alex. I play the piano. The piece my parents say is very grown up. I practice my dance routine, the one Malik calls stomping. I talk with Alex. It's the secret language that Grandma taught me. And it looks like, I don't know if any of you know, this is, her grandma's from Costa Rica. It tells us later in the book. So that is another language. I sing at the top of my lungs, the song I made up myself. My neighbor Eva from downstairs hears everything. She calls up from her window. Ruby, want to go to the park? Yes. Yes, 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 I sing. You're ever at home and you just need something to go do? I think Ruby's trying everything she can to stay entertained, right? We pass my favorite bakery. We pass Cece's apartment. We walk right past my regular park, the one with the twisty slide and the sprinklers. I guess Eva's going to a different park. I skip to keep up. I follow her all the way to Central Park, where my parents sometimes take us on Sundays when we're all dressed up. I don't know if any of you have been to Central Park in New York. It's a big, 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 big park. Many, many, many blocks big. Eva is going to the woods. I've never been that way. We sing made-up songs about joggers and strollers and fancy dogs. Eva must like to sing like Ruby does. Suddenly, Eva stops. She looks up. She's listening. I quiet down and listen too. What's wrong, I wonder? I hear a police car, a plane, some barking. Can you see what Eva's looking at? I'm going the wrong way for you. Here. I see some things there. Looks like over here it says, bee buzz, 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 buzz. I tug on Eva's sleeve, but she's not paying attention. She holds her binoculars up to her eyes. She's frozen like a statue. And then she smiles a huge smile. Look what she sees. I guess everything's okay, so I start singing. Ruby, Eva sighs, you scared him away. Who did I scare away, I ask. Eva flops down on a bench and I sit too. It's a bird I've only ever seen back home in Costa Rica, she says. He's just stopping through on his way home this month. On his way north. Because this is the best patch of woods for miles around. He's quite a singer, just like you. So he's migrating, right? If he's moving through. If you stay quiet, we may be able to find him again. He's a golden-winged warbler. I nod. I don't say a word or sing a word either. It sounds like something from a fairy tale. We move carefully. We're serious. We pay attention. We watch for tiny movements in the leaves. We try and try. No luck today, said Eva, but now you know what to do. When you're looking for birds, you have to be quiet, I guess. Ooh, look what she's dreaming. I sing myself to sleep as usual. What do you think she's imagining? Looks like she's imagining birds, right? On Sunday morning, I begged for a walk to Central Park. Malik's not interested, but it's family time, so he has to come anyway. We pass the bodega, we pass the theater. I sing my song. My family listens along. Usually you hear someone singing along. I think it's kind of funny. It says that they listen along. Looks like they're probably coming from church. They're all dressed up, aren't they? At the park, I lead them straight to the woods. I'm silent. I'm serious. I'm paying attention. I hear a rustle in the leaves. Shh, I say. Just like Eva, I'm frozen like a statue. She's looking very carefully and she's listening. A tiny bird pops out of the leaves. It looks one way, then the other, then right at me. I can't help it. I get that huge smile just like Eva's. Look, I yelled. Ah, yes, said Grandma. I saw a warbler, I sing as he flies away. And they're looking at a book about birds. This one, there's a lot of information in the back of this book, so it's a good one to check out. This tells you where you can go to get more information. You can screenshot that website. And this says, as a brand new bird watcher, Ruby is lucky to live near Central Park, one of the best places in the world to enjoy birds. You can find more than 280 kinds of birds there if you know where to look and how to listen. It's mind-boggling to think that so many bird species live in the center of New York City, one of the busiest cities in the world. Some birds, like robins, starlings, and crows, stick around all year. Others, like warblers, use the park mostly as a stopover in the spring to rest and eat before they continue their migration north to nest and raise their own family. Warblers are a group of songbirds famous for their high-pitched warbling. Eva has a feeling that Ruby will love getting to know a bird that likes to sing as much as she does. When Eva hears the bee buzz buzz song of the male golden-winged warbler in Central Park's North Woods, it reminds her of the comforting sounds back home in Costa Rica, where the bird spends its winter. She grew up calling warblers reinitas, or little queens, and gets a burst of joy every time she finds one. She also knows that these warblers are becoming rarer and rarer in the world, so she is grateful to see that one has safely made its journey from Central America. And then it gives you a lot of information on the kind of birds they see and some things about at home. And I thought this page is really interesting because it talks about how to go on a bird walk on your own neighborhood. So these are Ruby's tips. Get your family excited to go outside for a nature walk any way you know how. Chances are they'll be happy to hear that you want some fresh air and family time. But if they say, there's not much to look around here, remind them that there are animals and plants everywhere. You don't have to travel outside your city or town to go on a nature walk. If they say, we don't have time today, ask them when they'll have time and put it on the calendar. On your walk, find a place to rest. Then stay still and listen for a few minutes. Challenge everyone to count how many different sounds you hear, including birds, dogs, cars, even airplanes, all of it. Or try a rainbow walk. That's where you look for things in nature that match the colors you can see in the rainbow. 4, take pictures and make recordings of what you see and hear as you go. That way you can look things up later. You can even make sketches of what you see. Remember, don't let the adults get discouraged. If they don't know what kinds of plants, insects, mushrooms, or birds you see and hear, offer a hug. Remind them that it's all about having family fun and noticing new things. And on here it says the Cornell Lab of Ornithology. Ornithology is a big word that means the study of birds. Ornithology. There's a new one for you today. So we have this book at both libraries if you would like to check it out. It's kind of a fun one, I think. And it makes me want to go sit outside and see what kind of birds come by. I hope you have a great week, and I will talk to you next time. Bye-bye.